objective today is clear for me. It's very clear. Right? It's to find out what we don't know. I said to the lady this morning that 98%, I think I know what I want to take for next year. Okay, in terms of a team, formation, the tactics that we're going to play. Our philosophy is clear. So we're working on a marginal gain. We're working on the fine details, the 1 or 2% today. And by objective, by outcome today, right, it doesn't matter what's inside my head, it's what's inside your head. Right? This guy I've just been watching, today's session didn't start at 11:15. It started at 10 o'clock. He wanted to get on the field at 10 o'clock to prepare for you today. Look how the cones are set up. Look how the pennies are set up. Look where the soccer balls are. Look at the attention to detail that goes in when the coaching's set up. All right? That's his philosophy in Europe. He's bringing it over today to North America for you guys today in a very personalised way. And I've asked him by outcome today to give me a starting 11 for next year, a formation and players' positions, and an active bench. And then within that framework, he's going to personalise what you're good at and what you need to improve upon. Did you realise that I knew most of your names even before he came?
He's coach.
Okay? Things clear today?
Coach.
Mindset switched on?
Coach.
Just go and have fun and be yourselves. Okay? I wish you all the best. Off you go.
Talk with you. And again, I don't want to take anything away or time away from what you're going to do today because I think it's fantastic. First of all, I commend you. Okay? You realize that you have a fantastic opportunity to work with a fantastic coach all the way across the country. Okay? To get out of you your blood, sweat, and tears today. Okay? You have other coaches who have devoted their time today. As teachers, we have to come in on a PED day, but they're going above and beyond, and you'll understand when the day's out what I mean by above and beyond, okay? So I commend you because you don't have to be here right now. Not only do you not have to be here right now, you're not feeling sorry for yourself, right? All of your other friends who are not in the soccer concentration program, or who have not been asked to come today, are at home, and they're maybe sleeping, playing video games, whatever they're doing, they're making a conscious choice not to get better today. You're making a conscious choice to get better today. So I commend you for that. You shouldn't feel sorry about yourselves today, right? You should go out today and you should absorb, right? You guys know what that means when I say absorb? Soak in everything that you were taught today. Soak in everything that you were taught this week, okay? You have a fantastic opportunity. An opportunity that very, very few people have. Right? Myself and Coach Walker, when we used to work at Laval Liberty, we would have given anything for this opportunity. For Lee to work with that group of students. And I tell you what, that group of student athletes would be no different than you guys right now. Head day, day off, it wouldn't matter. If they had the opportunity to work with an international coach of his caliber, they would have been here in a heartbeat. Okay? So first of all, enjoy every moment of it, because you're going to have fun today. That's for sure. You're going to have fun. Second of all, listen to everything that's told you. Okay? Every time Coach Lee talks to you, you look him right in the eyes, because you only hear what you see. So if he's talking to you, the only way he knows that you're giving him your undivided attention is by looking him right in the eyes. And then you'll truly get everything out of it. So, have fun. Listen to everything that's said and give everything that you have. Because you'll only get better if you're putting forth your full effort, right? If you're dogging it, or you're jogging it, or you're not putting forth everything that you can, well, that's a bit of a letdown to the coaches who are in front of you. Because I guarantee you, they're going to coach you with everything that they have today. So if you are not at par with their standard, they're going to let you know, and more than letting you know, you're going to be cheating yourself. Is that understood?
Yes, Coach.
Is that understood?
Yes, Coach.
So again, I commend you for being here. I applaud you for being here, okay? And I want you to have fun today, and I want you to relish the opportunity that you have, because you will get better today, and you will get better this week. And when this is all said and done, and Coach Lee goes back to England, and when he comes back next year, like he did this year, okay, you will be that much better, and you will be able to show him how much better you are next year. Just like the people who had the opportunity to work with him last year will show him today. Okay? I wish you a very, very good practice session, and I wish you guys a very, very good long weekend, and I will see you all on Tuesday. Okay? Or maybe I'll see you.
Once you're done, I'm going to go inward, outward, so 8 deduction, 10 on each side. Then we're going to go get into a push-up position. Like this, Spider-Man stretch, 2 repetitions per side. So you're going to bring your foot outside of your hand and hold it for 2 seconds. Then switch side, 2 repetitions each leg. Go. Take a nice long stride. Still stretching your back leg. You're going to rotate towards your front knee. Come back to your same position, switch side, same thing. 2 repetitions per leg. Go. Stay towards that front leg. Nice long stride. Lift your hips up, keep your body straight, shoulders back. Go. Come back, same thing. Okay, dead simple. First 30 seconds, off you go. On the move. Yeah, block the little touches on the wall, keep it nice and close. Okay, keep your head up, don't touch anybody else's ball. Yeah. Contact with both feet. Once it changes the direction. When we go again, next time, I want to see our heads up. The challenge for you now is, can you move and change direction lots of times with this ball without looking at the ball, okay? So watch, instead of me dribbling with the ball like this, okay, change the directions, both feet, okay? I don't want you to look directly at the ball now. I want you, it's really important, if you're going to develop as a good soccer player, it's really important that you're able to manipulate the ball, both feet, without looking directly. When my head's down and I'm playing a game, what can't I see if I'm doing this with my head's down? What can't I see? I can't see players. What kind of players?
Teammates.
Opponents, teammates. What else can't I see? Spaces, perfect. 3 key things that you need to be able to see on the ball. Teammates, opponents, spaces. Alright? So watch me this time. What I'm doing now is, I'm just seeing the ball at the bottom of my eye, okay? I can still see the ball without looking directly at it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, so look, I can see lots of people around me, I can see spaces, I can see teammates, opponents, but I'm never ever looking at the ball. Okay, you've got to be able to do this as a player if you want to be a good player. Alright? So let's go, 30 seconds. Don't look at the ball. Lots of changes of direction, lots of contacts on the ball. Don't look at the ball. See it at the bottom of your eye.
take somebody else's ball. Okay? So you're changing balls with somebody else. Alright? Challenge for you guys is make sure you're not the last person to go and grab another ball. Okay, so again, we're going to move around, change, quick stop, and then go and find somebody else's ball. Okay? If I shout turn, we still do the turns. If I shout change, we change with somebody else's ball. Off you go. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Move nice and quick. Stay on your toes, nice and light. And turn. No, turn. And turn. Find that spare ball. Find that spare ball. Go get the ball. And change. Go on. Who's the last one with a new ball? Who's the last person with a new ball? That's the go. Go on. Heads up. Heads up. Heads up. And change. Ball drops on the floor. Don't pick it up with your hands. Pick it up with your feet. Can you see if you look in your space when you move away with the ball? See where the ball's coming from. Also, can we see where we might be able to play our forward passes to? Here we go. Play. Greens, can you get the ball in the reds? So Rio, open your body up. Can you see a pass? Reds, can you find your best movements? Start again if you need to. Can you find the pass into the reds? Can you see a pass? Good. Well done. Can you play through? Well done. Back to the goalkeeper. Can we really open up the pitch? Well done. Good little bit of space. Well done, Rio. Good bit of space. Well done. Well done. Good disguise. Okay, well done. That's into yellow, right? Greens, can you find your best spaces here? Sorry, yellows, can you find your best spaces? Watch the ball. And relax. Reds, you give it away. What a turn. Back to the goalkeeper, Sheldon. Back to the goalkeeper. Hold it there. Hold it there, Sheldon. Yeah. We're making it play out from the back practice. So we'll always keep trying to go back to the goalkeeper. So that we're then going to play through the opposition. Alright? Off we go. Play. Yeah. So they're not putting themselves in positions where the defenders can see them and the ball at the same time. Okay, we're going back and starting again, going to the goalkeeper if we need to then take it somewhere else away from the defenders. And then we're finding some nice passes and some nice combinations. A couple of up, back and throughs, yeah, that we've seen towards the end. Yeah. Really good. That is so difficult to defend against, by the way. If you can get combinations like up, back and through, that is really difficult to defend against. I'll tell you why. Okay? When you get older and you start getting a little bit better at a good standard, okay? If you just try and play the ball straight through, what a good defence is going to do? They're going to read it and they're going to do what? If their goal's that way, and the guy with the ball's that way, and he just looks to put it over the top,
They're going to head it away? No, they're going to back up.
They're going to back up, yeah, and defend the space in behind. Okay? Okay, into a player, into there, what does that make me do as a defender?
The defense come and then you
yeah,
play back.
Defender then steps up to go closer, which now means there's more space where for you guys who are trying to score in behind. So if you can make that happen really quickly, to get the ball up, for me to step forward, to then set back, to then play through, then you've got a really good chance of getting players in on goal. Alright? So I was really pleased with that. Really pleased with it, especially the last 5-10 minutes of that practice. Okay. Andy, are we good for a break now? Yeah? Yeah, it's half 25 to 1, we'll have a little. Yeah? Guys, we'll give you half. So I'm going to quickly test you on how good you absorbed during the last couple of hours that we spent together.
Eyes, please. Eyes.
So rather than me asking you guys like closed questions where it's like yes or no answers, I want you guys now to tell me in a little bit of detail as well. Give me 6 different things that we've covered today to try and either improve or like points that we've focused on today. Who's going to start us off? Number one,
Using the space.
using the space. Come on, be more specific than that.
Like, for example, when we're on defense, we can push up, use the space.
Right, okay. So when you mean when your
goalkeeper's
goalkeeper's got the ball. Okay, so we did it playing out from the back practice. So in order for us to use space, what do we have to do first before we can use the space? Yeah.
Pull up the defensemen, like.
Right. So I guess a better question is, how do we know where the space is?
Find it.
How do we find it? Goes back to the very first practice. What was the first practice we did this morning? And what were we not allowed to watch when we were doing that first practice? The ball. That is the key. That is the key principle, guys. When you're playing soccer, okay, the best players. I want you to remember this. You have to remember this. The best players spend very, very little time on the football pitch watching the ball. Because the not so good players watch the ball, and that's when they know that they can go and find their spaces or make their runs. And that's why the best players look like they've always got time on the ball, because they see the spaces quicker than anybody else. Because they spend less time watching the ball and more time looking for teammates, opponents, and spaces. Okay? So before we can create space, we have to identify where the space is. And the only way to do that is to take our focus away from the ball and look for it. Right? So if you reflect when you've done a training session, guys, if you reflect when you've done a training session and you've played a match, and you think back and you think, actually, I spent all the time during the game, or I spent all the time during the training session watching the ball, then that's something you need to think about. Right, I need to change that, I need to improve that next time I train, next time I play. Spend less time watching the ball. So we talked about creating space. Tell me something else. Give me a second thing that we worked on today.
Your run, your offensive run depends on the defender's position.
Perfect. What a great answer. Great answer. The type of run that we make off the ball in order to go and receive the ball will be dependent on where the opponent is in relation to us. And again, linking back to the first point that we just made about focus away from the ball, the only way we can work out what the right run to make is if we stop watching what? Stop watching the ball and start watching for teammates, opponents and spaces. Okay, so great point. So we've talked about what determines our runs when our team's got the ball. We've talked about creating space. What else?
Place yourself so that the defenseman doesn't see you on the ball.
Perfect. So our positioning, again, a little bit similar, but our positioning in relation to the opponent that we're playing against. Okay, can we put ourselves where he can't see us and the ball at the same time? Perfect. Yes, William.
First touch.
First touch. Come on, then tell me a little bit more about first touch.
Instead of actually stretching out, you have to absorb the ball.
Right. So what kind of body position do we need to be in when we make contact with the ball? Balanced. Okay. How do we ensure that, you know, we do our best to make sure that we strike the ball when we're balanced? What we got to move? Yeah. Yeah. So we've got to move our feet. Yeah. So when we're receiving the ball, we've got to be able to make those little adjustments to be in line with the ball and balanced when we make contact with the ball. When we strike the ball with our passing, okay. Again, we don't want to stretch and pass. We want to move, adjust our feet so that we're balanced when we strike the ball. Okay. Perfect. What about? So anything else about our first touch? What do we touch on in that passing practice in there with the partners? Yeah.
Position it so that it's easy for you to make the pass after.
Perfect. So we're trying to manipulate the ball with our first pass, with our first touch, so that we can then pass the ball quickly after we've taken our first touch. If we get the ball stuck under our feet, then we're going to have to move before we pass. If we push the ball out just in front of us, just enough, then we can step in the pass straight away. Okay. Go on then, we're looking for one more thing that we might have covered today. Yes, Jeremy.
Communication.
Perfect. Communication. So I put in a little bit of an organisation element into that practice, that the passing out from the back practice that we did. Okay. Again, we can't understand what the situation is on the pitch in order for us to communicate unless we stop watching what? The ball. You see how everything's linked in? Yeah? Everything's linked in, or stopping watching the ball on the pitch. if I'm going to be an organiser and a leader on the pitch, all right, I can't organise Nick, I can't organise Tyler if all I'm doing is watching the ball. If we're defending and I'm playing at the back line and I need to understand where, you know, what our shape and our line is looking like at the back, I need to take my focus away from the ball to understand where he is, where he or she is, okay, so that I can organise. All right, I need to be able to assess what the picture is across the whole pitch as often as I possibly can. So again, the number one key message I want to give you from today's session is stop watching the ball. Okay? Whether you're dribbling, whether you're passing, whether you're defending, whether you're attacking, stop watching the ball. Okay? Obviously you need to watch it at some point. You need to know where it is on the pitch, obviously. And you need to know, you know, when it's coming towards you. You need to know how to put yourself in line. You need to know like the speed and the angle that the ball's coming. So obviously you've got to watch it at some stage. But the amount of time where you actually have to look at the ball on the pitch, it's very small. Very small. Okay. But well done. Good session again.